fair use and fair use.
For Havertz, yeah?
But we'll talk about Havertz. I think we might as well touch on him now. I mean,
yeah, let's talk about it.
Back to back good games from him. Back to back quality. Back to back impact. Being part of it. Like I said, it's not just goals or assists I'm looking for. It's being part of the overall.
See, that's the lie. He has always been part of the overall play, but you refuse to acknowledge that because you wanted to make sure your agenda was being pushed. That is just it. Kai Havertz hasn't changed significantly. He has been the same player, but none of you were going to give him that kudos because you were clouded by your agenda you had to push. Let's go to have a listen.
Play and wanting it. And I think when I look at his goal in particular, he could have easily just cut it back to I think one or two players that were running in there for an easy tap-in. Yeah. Okay. He didn't even think twice. Head down, strike, and he got his goal. On top of that, I think he's been a nuisance up top the last couple of games, and that assist was. Let's
pause on that bullshit. You see, they like to use these undertone disqualification terms over the last couple of games. No, Kai Havertz has been doing it for almost the whole season. See, guys, open your eyes. A bigger platform doesn't mean bigger brains. Bigger platform doesn't mean bigger brains or intelligence. You are just lucky or know a few people to be in the right places. Kai Havertz has been instrumental since the beginning. A lot of people were clouded by the scorned Chelsea fans who were pushing in loud voices and large numbers in relative terms this agenda that Kai Havertz is the bomb. And he and his likes and his fans who come to my comment section were part of the problem. Kai Havertz hasn't changed. Yes, unfortunately, he played for a bad Chelsea team, but in the national team filled with smart technical players, you can see the quality. Even a brand, you can see the quality. It's there. Knitting play, movement, doing the defensive duty when you need to be defensive, can play in the midfield, can play in the attack. You cannot ignore these things. At last, they are coming to acknowledge the fact that we can't continue to push this agenda because a lot of people are beginning to see it boldly. Even the mainstream pundits, they can't continue because it is as clear as the day sun. Let's continue to listen to this waffle.
Well, I mean, the way he brought it down, the cut in, and then the layoff to Ben White. Beautiful finish, by the way. I think back-to-back quality games from Havertz. Listen, Arteta said he was a midfielder coming in. The best of Havertz I've seen, and James has been saying it has been up front.
Now, bullshit. See, stop it. Kai Havertz is that hybrid of a midfielder and a second striker. I've been saying it for a long time. Go check my archive. I call him the 8.5. You can play as a second striker. Then if you want him to play as a striker, he can do a very good job and can play as a midfielder. So all this, I prefer him as a striker, another deflection. Stop it. Even as 8, he doesn't play the 8 the traditional way. Arteta doesn't want the traditional 8. He wants it 8 that can go into the box as a second striker when you have a main striker, when Jesus is playing. Go and watch the Luton game. You understand what I'm saying? Go and watch the Champions League games where you had Jesus and Kai Havertz, where they are alternating. Let's not forget, when we had Trossard and Havertz, look at what was happening. They were alternating. The evidence. I'm not just waffling. Go on, I'm giving you facts and evidence. Go and check. Is that guy? You guys want a traditional 8. Football is evolving. I might not like it, but it is what it is. If the manager wants an evolving way of playing the game, who are you to challenge it and say he has to play the way I want it to play? Provided I'm getting the results. Who are you? Most of you are just narcissists, thinking that if it doesn't look the way I want it to look, it doesn't seem the way I want it to seem, it must be broken. You are insane. He just owned up and said, I made a bad judgment call. I was pitching an agenda which he will never come out and say. And stop trying to deflect and make it seem as if, he's a better player as a striker. Absolute bollocks. As a striker, especially second striker, is fantastic. And as a midfielder, he can do a fantastic job. Stop it. Stop it. Own up. Stop deflecting. This is a crazy world. Let's go and have a listen.
Last year when Jesus was bagging goals and, then he got the unfortunate injury, I always said that I feel like we need another type of striker, a striker that's tall, a striker that's a bit more physical, a striker that can be a bit more of a nuisance. And I suggested Tony because I like having a different choice, a plan B. Yeah. So maybe Havertz is that.
I have had enough. You suggested Tony. It's so crazy that these people claim to understand what Arteta is trying to build. They claim to understand the kind of football Arsenal wants to play, and you suggest Tony. Tony is not technical. Tony cannot dribble out of tight spaces. Tony cannot knit the body way technical players, aka Kai Havertz, Trossard, and Jesus need the ball. Tony is a battering ram. We are not Brentford. I don't understand this obsession with Tony. I have never understood it because he's not the kind of striker that will work at Arsenal. He's not technical enough because he's scoring at Brentford. Doesn't mean he's scored at Arsenal. We don't play crossing, lumping the ball for him to hold up. No, we are a technical team. We play the ball on the floor. Sometimes it can go long, but I see it 90% technical team. This obsession with Tony is crazy. Tony doesn't play against low block every weekend. Let's say hypothetically comes to Arsenal, he's going to play against low block every weekend. How does it function? It's crazy. Now, let's talk about Declan Rice, so I forget. Declan Rice is monumental. Now, I might have my reservation about his progressive passing, which is still improving. Needs to work on that. But defensively, he's a monster in the midfield. There is no defensive midfielder on earth right now that tackles better. I'm not saying the whole package, that tackles better, that smells danger like Declan Rice. That instinctive ability to smell danger and nip it in the bud, nobody does it like Declan Rice. Now, progressive passing, which Partey is superior at the moment and Junior is superior, that for me is a shortcoming. Aside from that, being dominant in the midfield, physicality, pace, power, tackling, nobody comes close to Declan Rice. These are the quality signings Arsenal have made this summer. And both Kai Havertz and Declan Rice have two outstanding features that a lot of people are taking for granted. Availability. Aside of the suspension he got because of the 5 yellow cards and he missed the West Ham game, he has featured all our games. And with Declan Rice, both of them are quality addition who have added still availability and quality to the Arsenal team. That is why my confidence is still very, very high that Arsenal will win this Premier League. I'm not saying guaranteed. I have 90% confidence, provided we don't suffer any large number of injuries or significant injuries to very, very important key players who will win the league. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Like I said, if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. If you enjoy the content, make sure you strike a like on the video, very important. And make sure you turn on your notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.